folks, welcome back to another episode of Hero to Villain with me, Benji FM. Good to see you, hope you're very well. Look at that there, that graph. Look at that, that's a lovely up line, isn't it? Diagonally up line. And a 4-star reputation as well, not bad at all. Now, of course, since we last met, I did say in between yesterday and today, I'm going to play quite a few matches so we can progress a little further, and we've done just that then. Last time then was the 3-1 win against Dynamo Kiev, and then a 3-2 win against Bournemouth. It got a little bit testy towards the end, did it not? We followed up, though, with a 4-3 defeat to Brentford. There's not a tougher game on Football Manager than the Carabao Cup third round tie, or second round if you didn't make it into Europe that year. I will always lose to lesser opposition without fail every time. It's a guarantee. Luckily for us, though, didn't affect our Premier League form too much. 1-0 win against Burnley, a 1-1 against Sunderland, a very successful 3-1 win against Chelsea, which Jack Clark got himself a hat-trick. I know, who saw it coming. And then a 1-0 win over Bristol City in the Premier League as well. Today, then, we play Wolfsburg and Manchester United, and as you can see, a 2-1 defeat to Wolfsburg earlier on as sort of righted the correction that we had against Sion. That doesn't make any sense, Ben, but leave it in, why not? Regardless of that, then, we're going to be continuing with our fourth game in the Europa League group. In terms of Group E, then, you can see we're second position behind Wolfsburg after they've beaten us. So, yeah, all the work to do. As well as this very difficult game at home to Manchester United. It won't be easy, but it should be fun. They're second in the league. We currently sit fourth, and that's covering up the screen there, Ben. We go to sit fourth with City, United, Liverpool all ahead of us, all having terrific seasons. Those Manchester clubs, only one defeat each so far. City losing to Liverpool and United losing to City. So it's going to go down to the wire. You suspect there's a game in hand now to Manchester United, but that game in hand is against us. Let's get them. Okay, then. The team for this game will be Garrido in goal, Alessi at right back with Alkin at left back, Barnes and Obermeier in the centre. They're becoming a bit of a duo for me, actually. I'm going to try and play them more and more, giving the opportunity to do so. We've got defenders who are playing well, like Robson. Actually, look at Robson's average rating there. He's only played one Premier League game, as I've been playing in the European matches. But I think based on the fact that I'm changing it. Robson in. There you go. Vergara and Jonovic will be just ahead of him with Gudmundsson behind Rodriguez. Doku one side, Clark the other. Doku's really starting more ahead of Dylan Chambers, who's not really featured as much, but Doku's playing well this year. You can see that front six all scoring goals on a pretty regular basis for me. So let's hopefully see them do that again today, shall we? I should probably have the Rod on the bench, actually, as I quite like to bring him on. There's been a little bit of a debate as well whether Raymond Lemons can do it at this level. A lot of people suspecting he probably can't, especially after yesterday's 9 shots, no goals. I don't know what to do with it. Look, he's a 2-star player now. That's the summary of Lemons. He did his purpose, got us out of the Championship, did okay in the Premier League last year, and I think that might be when life gives you lemons. Lemons sits on the bench, or not even on the bench anymore. But here we go then. Villa Park at home to Manchester United. Always a big game, so let's just see what we can do. I think, look, to get a point from this, I'll take it all day long. Another top 4 rival. I'm surprised we're as high as we are, to be honest, but if Jack Clark can score a hat-trick against Chelsea, he can do it against United. Lewis Kirk, Leon Bailey, Tago Meyer in this side. Kimpembe there as well at the back. So some familiar faces. Hakimi as well, a player that I'm sure lots of you are familiar with. So a side that's full of talent. Zaruki and Volkov up front. Volkov I've looked at, actually. I thought about signing, but Manchester United appear to have picked him up, and he's very, very decent. And yeah, I mean, there's some players that are just too good for this division, and it's this guy. Zaruki's record has been okay. Actually, not amazing. Big move to Manchester United after being Everton. It's not as good as I thought, actually. But attribute-wise, you can't deny, very, very talented player. All right, then we managed to turn around Rodriguez as the team talk's gone well. Into the kick-off we go. Okay, then we are in our traditional colours as Manchester United, and something different. As Gudmundsson's free kick goes over, we couldn't see it because the league table was in the way. The fact that all the pitches are different sizes, so you have to change it every time, is very annoying. I totally understand why it's a thing, but it does frustrate me as Rodriguez. Ball in Clark. How did he not score? That seemed gilt edge, viewers, if I'm honest. All right, nearly 20 minutes on the clock. Things are looking stable. Manchester United haven't had a shot yet, so that's always good news for us. Of course, only lost a couple of games, or one game so far this year, to City. If they can lose a second here, as we've got players playing for them, apparently. What's gone on there? Tago Meyer, though, bringing it forward on this side. United so far have done nothing, but a sign of a good side is even when you're not in it, you can produce moments of magic. That wasn't it, though, luckily for us. They're playing 4-4-2, Man United. 4-4-2. I mean, it might work for them. Fair enough. But it's just in 2000... I don't know what year we're in. 2028, maybe? 27? Ball played in as, Garrido smothers that, but it was a little bit dangerous. Bringing back the 4-4-2. Fair enough. As we look like we're going to build from the back. Garrido laid it to his centre-backs. And we're going to... I didn't like that for a period of time there. I was very nervous as we end up losing the ball anyway. As they race through the middle. Oh, my goodness. That was a shot. Whip, pace, bend, and everything, didn't it? Blimey. Corner to them now. Bailey played in, cleared away just about, and yeah, it was a corner. I don't know why am I talking? United not playing very well though. Lots of their players on 6.5s, not having a good game, as that hits the crossbar, and we just about get it clear. As we go in at half time, it looks like it's going to be 0-0, with not really a clear-cut chance for either side. Some like sort of half chances that clearly weren't converted, but yeah, a bit dull actually. Alright, back underway. Second half. Can we turn this round? And my hay fever is come for me. I've hit record and it's gone, right, you wanna have an easy recording session, do you? Well, allow me. And as they foil, Saruki gets the goal. It's too easy, really, isn't it? It's one of those situations where we just don't get a hold. Like midfield, they're not quite defensive enough. This is why we changed Vergara to a more defensive playmaker, just so he'd sort of sit as a little bit more cover to shield a little bit, be a bit more combative. It's not really worked out, and they've got a goal on 51. Players to bring on. Nissan's there, of course. The Rod could feature for Clark at some point, and Chambers also. Doku's having a poor game. I might go for the patented triple change, which almost always results in an injury, viewers. Let's try it out. Right, Chambers on the left-hand side then. The Rod's going to come on the right, and then I guess we're going to go Nissan for Rodriguez. Right, well, the changes haven't happened yet, so if they score here, I'll be most disgruntled. They're forward, and it's a... Never mind. All right, the triple change. It's happened. Question is, with 15 minutes to go, will we see any impact? I'm going to have to go for it more, aren't I? I quite like the old balanced approach, though, I've got to say. As we go positive, final few moments. Still just 1-0. It's been so boring. I guess at some point here we could have changed something. We'll go more direct, because why not? We'll go slightly wider for injury time, and we'll just see, can we make anything happen? It doesn't look like it. In the most boring game I've played on this save this season, it's Aston Villa 0, Manchester United 1, and now a tough game in Europe. Not ideal. The team talk at the end went well, so if that's any consolation for you viewers. We stay in 4th position, not the worst thing in the world, and even if Brighton win their game in hand, we'll still be in 4th. So after 12 games, if you'd have offered me 4th, viewers, I would have taken it, absolutely, despite the fact we're in the Europa League. Yeah, a game against Wolfsburg coming up then should be a good one, you hope, and it can't be much worse than that, so positive news. Just sorry for wasting everybody's time with that, really. I'm pretty sure, if this doesn't wet your whistle, I'm pretty sure Wolfsburg have Timo Werner up front. So that should be exciting at the very least. It must be mid-30s now, actually, thinking about it. Or maybe sort of just turning 30. Maybe like 31. Right then, as it's a game in Europe, we will do a little bit of rotation here, there, and everywhere. Barrow is going to come in for this one. Menezes is going to play for Rodriguez instead up top. The Rod's going to get the start after not featuring last time. Same with Chambers. Obermeyer is going to come back in as well for Barons. And yeah, a little bit of a mix around all over the shop, really. We do want to win. I do feel like we're the second best team in the group, though, so it's not massively concerning. Goodmanson probably needs a break, actually, looking at that. And this is where Dybala would come in handy. But Gareth Hanna, with this might be his final game for me. I'm saying it now. We'll make him exactly what he wants to be. Advanced playmaker on support. He's got to enjoy it. All right, let's see then. Can the boys do the business as we just change Chambers to an inside forward, as it's preferred for him? And right then, no pressure, boys. But we lost last time, so reverse it. Reverse it for your baby. I'll be the baby on this occasion. As you can see there, look, Timo Werner at the tender age of 32. We're wrong all along. A few other faces in there that you probably recognise. Pellegrini is up front for them, who, if you've played Football Manager, know becomes very good. Not as well on this save, it must be said, if he's playing at Wolfsburg. In fact, they got him on a snip. 14.5 million. Goodness me, we could have signed him for that. Very, very cheap deal indeed. And Lookman's there as well. Adamola Lookman, I'm sure, again, you're familiar with. We actually thought about signing him because he was English, but yeah, we didn't go for it in the end. There was a host of left-wing options, and he was just one of them. As was Jeremy Corbyn. Political banter. The Rod's in. Oh, what have I just watched? We were 20 seconds in. I thought there's no way this is going to result in a highlight, and I was actually correct in some way. Now, after losing to them last time, this is a game I would actually really like to win. I'm going to go on the positive front foot style as well. Early stages, see if we can make them realise they're up against it today. So we've got a free kick as Vergara, right side, whipped in. Oh, I thought if it made it all the way through, we'd have been laughing. Back in, Menace is there. It looked like it was offside, but it's been given. Aston Villa 1, Wolfsburg 0. Fantastic. They're checking VAR. No, don't do this. Don't rule it out. I thought it was off. We're like BAR here. Ben replay thought it was off. Let's see if it was. Oh, I don't know. I still don't know. Let's see those dodgy lines. We'll take a look here then as it's put back in by Vergara. Is he on? He is on. He's a yard on. It happens very quickly, though, that he's suddenly not on as that defender rushed out. But there, you can see there, 1-0. Good stuff. But to be fair, didn't need VAR because the assistant got it spot on. Well done to him. And BAR, faulty. Don't use it in the Premier League. All right, another chance for us. As Hannah finds Chambers. Ball played through. It's a decent little dinked effort. We've done 2 of those now. The Rod's done one. Now Menace has done one. What's it all about, eh? What's it all about? We've got a corner. Vergara to swing it in. His delivery is usually pretty good. Doesn't really come to anything, though. Hannah, back out to Vergara. It's a corner, Ben. I mean, it's another corner. We're not doing it, viewers. Sorry, we'll move on to the next highlight. Corner. Laid off to Hannah. What am I... What? Did it hit the butt? It's another corner. I don't really know what happened. There was no commentary there. There's twice today. Things have happened that I wasn't expecting. There was a shot earlier on from a United player that frazzled me. That's also confused the life out of me. I think we hit the bar in all of that. But the bars are not very clear. It's the goals at Villa. They need to make it bright pink. It's a corner to Wolfsburg now. I'm expecting very little. And, oh, well, I'm not disappointed. All right, so at half-time, 1-0 to the good. Clean sheet as well. Just keep this going, boys. We could be into the next round already. I think statistically we can't be, but I mean, mathematically it's looking good for us. Elsewhere in the groups, Tottenham have won all of their games. They're flying high, as of Bayer Leverkusen, so some big sides already going through. It's not going to be easy if we're going to attempt to win this, and I think we should. I think if we can try and battle for that Champions League place in the league this year, we should do the same thing in the Europa League. It might even end up being our best route into the Champions League, despite how many games we'll have to play, as Werner goes through and just mugs us all off. Well, let's focus on the league, shall we? I mean, Lookman here plays the ball over the top. It's a very Werner-esque goal in that he uses his pace well, his agility. Great first touch. The second touch almost goes round my goalkeeper. We've got 4 players near him. None of them make a challenge. Most of them are asking him what he's doing after this, I imagine. Other sides doing well. Celtic have got 12 points to their name. Sevilla and the Lech Olympiacos Dundee. That's a very tightly contested group. As, yeah, elsewhere it's all kicking off. I'm a bit concerned now because it's 1-1. We were looking pretty good. Wolfsburg were offering very little. They've had 1 shot on target. It was the goal. If the second goes in as well, this game's bullshit. So, thanks for coming, everyone. Yeah, Werner scores again. Of course he does. All right, time to bring a few of the big boys on. Jovanovic is gonna enter the game. Doku as well, maybe. He's doing okay. I'm going to go 2 strikers, I think, actually. Nissan's coming on for Hannah, who... well, yeah, I worry for his future, to be honest. It's trying to tell me we've got a highlight here, but I'm not believing it. If we score from it, fine. I'll admit I'm wrong, but there we are. Look. All right, the change has happened. 2 strikers, Jovanovic on. If there's a chance for us to get back into this game, it's going to be in these last 20 minutes. So it's a free kick. Vergara, ball in, back post, the rod, back across. It's hit the crossbar. No, just punch it in. I don't care. Sure, rule it out for VAR, but I'd rather have the chance to actually score. 1-0 to United, 2-1 to Wolfsburg. It's a bit of a collapse for you, if I'm honest. It's like playing Brentford in the Carabao Cup. It's a nightmare scenario. Or at home to Sunderland. How have we not... We didn't win those either. Chelsea, no problem. Jack Clark hat-trick. These games, shambolic. 2-1. What? What annoys me is recently we've actually done quite well. And I thought we'd take that form, put it into these 2 games. I feel like United have done a classic big club thing there. In that they've turned up and they've thought to themselves, well, you know, we probably won't play well, but we'll probably win 1-0. That's exactly what's happened. Wolfsburg have come away from home. We've been in full control of the game and they've nabbed 2. And now I sit here like a fool, viewers. Look at me. Look at me. Fool. I'm a fool. If you've enjoyed today's video, then please do drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We love with care. We're not to mention until next time. I'll see you again soon. In our next episode, I think will be our final group game, as well as either Tottenham or Newcastle at the start of December. Sorry. I'll see you for it. If you've enjoyed it again, do drop a like, and I'll see you in other places. Twitter, all over the shop. Goodbye, everyone. Waving now. I'm a fool. I'm annoyed.